this is Angiebee and welcome back to my channel, and I am back with a new makeup tutorial, and it is on this nice summer dewy glowy look. I thought I'd pair it with some nice wet hair just because I've really been loving this trend. I know I'm actually a little bit late, but I really like the little wet hair trend with the very dewy looking skin. And so I did this quick little tutorial for you. It was super easy for me to do. I think this is definitely one of the easiest and best makeup looks that I have ever done. So I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you comment down below what kind of videos you'd like to see on this channel, and leave whatever other comments you'd like to see. And if you did like this video, make sure you give this a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! So I'm starting off by priming my face with this YSL Touche Éclat Blur Primer. I love this primer. Even though I got it sent as a gift, I would recommend, if you don't have one of these high-end primers, that you can just use any good primer. Like the Maybelline Baby Skin is a very good affordable primer that I would recommend. And I burnt myself right there, that little triangle you see. So yeah, that's gonna get covered up later. So after I actually let the primer sit on my face for a while, and then I used those two different foundations. I mixed them together to get my perfect shade. I will link the shades in the description box below, so make sure you check that out. All the makeup that I've used is going to be listed in there. And to blend that out, I just used my soft, damp Real Technique sponge, and I just pushed this all into my skin. And guys, if you can hear any noise in the background, it's because there's construction at my house as usual, so sorry if you hear any banging noises like that. So I bring it all down my neck so that it's evenly blended and the color is the same everywhere. And now I am putting on this concealer by LA Pro. This is in the color Toffee, I believe. It is a little bit too dark for me, but I do mix it with another concealer. I just love the color that it gives off. It gives like quite a perfect color, except now I'm a little bit lighter, so it looks kind of light, but when I blend it out, it would be slightly darker. So on top of that, I did put my another concealer, which is a brightening pen, which you'll see in a second, which is also the YSL Touche Éclat brightening pen. This should be in the color number 2, Rose, and it's like a very nice rosy kind of color. And you'd think it would look weird, but it is a really good concealer. It has light reflecting pigments in it, so it really works well on the face. Again, this is an expensive product that was also just given to me as a gift, so if you guys would like a cheaper concealer, I would definitely recommend either the Maybelline Fit Me concealer or the LA Pro concealer in a lighter color, whatever color suits you. So this is just what I did. I let it sit on my face for a while so it could get a little bit more like tacky, and I think the coverage is better. And the YSL pen doesn't actually provide coverage, it just brightens under the eye, so that was the purpose I was using it for. And I used this brush to blend it in. For some reason, I just like the coverage of blending it with a brush rather than the Beauty Blender. I just like to go slightly over the top with a blender, but I prefer blending concealer out with a brush now. Also went ahead and put a little bit more of the brightening pen just because I feel like it wasn't bright enough. I don't like super bright under eyes, but I like it to be like a slight noticeable difference. So I did go ahead and put on a bit more. Now I'm taking my LA Pro Conceal in the color Beautiful Bronze, and I squeezed out a little bit too much. That's why I'm using a brush to apply it. And I'm putting this in all the hollows of my face, which is by my temples, on my forehead, under my cheekbones. I put a little bit on my nose just to snatch it a little bit, and on my jawline as well. Now I'm taking that stippling brush. I am so in love with this brush, guys. This is my new favorite brush for contour. I have literally had this brush for over 2 years. Probably like 3 years. Yeah, I probably had this brush for 3 years, and I've never used it to blend out my contour until like maybe 2 months ago. And this is just the best. Like, if you guys have ever had trouble blending your contour or anything like that, I would definitely suggest a small stippling brush. This just blends out stuff so perfectly. I remember once I watched a video of, I think, Val Mercado or someone like that, and she blends out using this kind of brush, and it still didn't occur for me to try. I was just like, no, it wouldn't work. It just feels funny. But I guarantee you guys, stippling brush for contour blends it amazingly. And you see my little burn on my forehead that I burnt myself with the flat iron. It's almost completely gone now. So I used that same brush to blend my nose contour, which this was actually the first time I tried it, and it turned out pretty well, and I've been doing it like that since. I really love the effect. It just gives a seamless, perfect blend. And now I'm just going over everywhere where I brightened up my face with the beauty sponge again before I set it. And I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, and this is just an angled. It's actually a contour brush, but it's really fluffy, and I love how it picks up the powder. So I used that to set my face. I didn't want to bake today because lately I just haven't liked how it's been coming out, and this powder just works so amazing. I have slept on it for so long. I've used it, but I didn't realize how amazing it was. So definitely gonna repurchase it. As you guys can see, I've hit pan already. I use this powder every single day. It is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This is the Rita Ora one, but I guarantee you the regular one is the exact same thing. The only thing that's different with the Rita Ora one is the packaging, and I just like Rita Ora, so I got that packaging. And as you can see, I'm only putting on the light areas where I put the light concealer. I'm not putting it over the contour until right at the end, when I'll just kind of dust off the leftovers that's on the brush. And I'm also going over my eyes, which I already primed using concealer, and I already did my brows. Now I'm just blending out my jawline contour, and now I'm cleaning up the contour just to make it a little more sharp, and I'm using the same concealer I used under my eyes, and blending that out with a brush as well. Then I'll go ahead and set it with the same powder just to make sure that it's not moving. Set that with the powder again. And now, sorry, I forgot to show you this. I think my camera kind of switched off, but for my transition shade, I'm just using a soft peachy shade from the Makeup Revolution Pro HD palette, which I will show. It's the color right next to the color I'll be putting on the lid, I believe. So if you can see that light shade, the little peach shade that's right across it, that's what I used in the crease. So for this is just a light kind of flesh toned color. I almost wanted to put like almost nothing on my eyes, so I think this did the job of looking just almost like my eyelids, but slightly brighter. And then now I set my face with my rose water. I just put it in a spray bottle, and I went ahead and put on my false lashes. There's no eyeliner, just false lashes. Then the same dark color I put in my crease. Well, it's not a dark color, but that's what I put under my eyes. And now I'm going ahead and put in some mascara as well, just so it can balance out the long lashes on the top. Now for some blush. I've really been loving this blush, you guys. I've had it as well for a while, but I feel like I've only started to really know exactly how blush goes on my face well. And now this balm highlighter, you guys have seen me use it a lot of times. It looks white, but it goes on the skin like a beautiful yellow gold. It is the Makeup Revolution Skin Lights highlight, I believe, in the color golden something. It will be listed in the description box below. But I use this Real Techniques highlighting brush, and I put it on the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, the cheekbones, a little bit on the cupid's bow. And what you can see me doing right here is just setting that contour that I forgot to set earlier on my nose, just to snatch it a little more. And I am using the bronzer, which I also used on my face. Somehow I lost that clip, but it's the Physicians Formula Baked Bronzer in the color Bronzer. So yeah, I continued highlighting by just putting the same color in my inner corners. This just makes the eyes really pop. I really love this color, guys. Now in that Carly Bible palette, I'm taking that light champagne gold kind of color, and I'm just going very mildly on top over all of the highlight just to make it beam a little bit more. And now for my lips, I'm taking the Smudge lip liner. You guys know I love this lip liner in the color Natural, and I'm lining my lips with this, and I'm also putting it all over my lips, lightly though. Now I'm taking this other smudge liner in the color Brown, and this is just a darker brown, and I use this just to line the perimeter of my lips, just to give my lips more of their definition. It's the same natural shape. I'm not overlining my lips, I'm just giving them definition. And then I'm taking this MAC Lip Glass lipstick, I mean lip gloss, so yeah, glass, like, you know, glass. And yeah, I love this stuff. I think it has a plumping effect because my lips feel so like tingly every time I use it, but maybe not. After that, I set my face and we're literally done. I went ahead and wet my hair, finished off the look, and this is the look. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video.